Thank you all for the incredible response to the scrapyard build. I picked up some fantastic tips from your comments. Last episode, we built the truck scale. Today, we're creating the illusion of a massive facility without hogging real estate by scratch building a small brick office. Stick around until the end because I made a few mistakes on this build and I want to see if you can spot them before the reveal. And we'll talk about when a model is good enough. Instead of 3D printing, I'm keeping it old school. Graph paper, a ruler, and a pencil. I landed on a 35 by 25 foot footprint in N scale to keep the yard looking expansive. For the walls, I'm using .030 sheet styrene. To cut the styrene, I used the score, snap, and sand method with a fresh number 11 X-Acto blade. 3 scores against a straight edge, snap it, and smooth the edges with the sanding stick to keep the corners square. For the doors and windows, I rated my parts bin, and to cut the openings, I score the outline of the window and use an X pattern across the middle. Then I press the knife into the center and flex the styrene until a piece cleanly snaps out. Push the other pieces out and then file it out to ensure a perfect press fit. I'm skinning the walls with N-scale supplied brick sheet. I pre-primed this in a rust tone for another project. I coat both the styrene and the brick backing paper with cement, bond them for 30 seconds, and let it cure overnight. The next day, I trim the edges from the back, leaving just a tiny bit of brick wrap to hide the corner joints. I also glue 1/8" styrene strips inside the corners for structural support. Assembly then is a quick 2-step process. Glue the walls into L shapes, square them up, then bring the 2 halves together and glue them. To hide the raw top edges, I added thin styrene strips as capstones. Filled minor gaps with Tamiya putty, masked the brick, and then painted the trim with the khaki gray mix. For the roof, I flipped the building to trace the interior shape onto styrene. I added interior braces for the roof. I hit the roof with the matte black rattle can paint and liberally sprinkled black ballast into the wet paint for a realistic gravel texture. For the base, I traced the footprint onto styrene and then extended it out for a sidewalk and a driveway. I scored concrete expansion lines, painted it, and dabbed it with a paper towel to create a realistic modeled texture. After a final test fit, the windows and doors went in, including one garage door that I cut short to show a glimpse of the interior. I added scratch-built scuppers and downspouts and then took the completed base to the layout. Once placed logically next to our truck scale, I blended it all in with fine ballast, various tones of ground foam, and secured it all with a mist of alcohol and then diluted matte medium. But now for the twist. I made 5 distinct mistakes during this build. Maybe you saw more. Pause the video right here and drop me a comment and let me know how many you spotted. Okay, we're back. So, number one, the big one. I believe I oriented this brick sheet vertically instead of horizontally. Mistake number two. Uneven wall heights left minor gaps at the foundation. Next time, I'll cut the wall heights from one continuous strip so that they're all the same height. Mistake number three. My scratch-built scuppers and downspouts turned out a bit oversized for end scale. Number four. A few stubborn spots of white styrene still need a paint touch-up. Mistake five. The cut on that open garage door isn't perfectly straight. Fortunately, the garage door faces away from the operator's view, so for now, it's staying as is. But this all brings me to my question for you. When is a model good enough? I firmly believe scenery and structures are just the backdrop for the real stars of the show, which is the trains. But what's a livable mistake you've left on your layout? Share it in the comments. After seeing these mistakes, though, I'm thinking of actually rebuilding this. Let me know what you think about that. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the 5-Minute Modeler.